Tell me what you see. Most importantly, this one. I'm 100% certain the Battlefield 6 beta is much higher than that. Although I have to say, I hope Battlefield 6 will be successful, despite the Saudi Arabian owning it. Or in this case, owning EA. Like I said, I just showed you this. We're gonna skip a bit.
Let's talk about how poorly Call of Duty is performing. Now please keep in mind that the main competition for the game is Battlefield 6.
That's right.
And while I will be having a chuckle at Call of Duty's expense that they are getting their asses kicked by Battlefield this year, do not take this as an endorsement of Battlefield 6. A few weeks back I covered this here. This is one of multiple posts made by a senior developer that worked on Battlefield 6, seemingly celebrating the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Okay, just before we continue this any further, these grifters, the one you claim that are grifting, do you ever hear them saying that you shouldn't buy this game? If it's your money, then go for it. If you want to buy Battlefield 6 or Black Ops 7, go for it. None of these grifters are saying otherwise, okay? They don't forbid you, okay? What these people are trying to do is showcase the bad actors, such as this person who is mocking the death of Charlie Kirk. It is gonna sell well for Battlefield 6 as long as the Call of Duty shills and Call of Duty fanboys doesn't ruin it. They say they are complaining that the movement is nerfed because they couldn't exploit the movement. You know, same way how COD work.
Only has EA seemingly not done anything about it, but they have even banned people on the Steam Community Hub, as you can see here, for even bringing the subject up. Battlefield is going to do well by default because Call of Duty surrendered a good chunk of their customers this year by trying so hard to set up microtransactions and going in the unrealistic Fortnite direction. But in a perfect world, they would both fail. Both of these games.
Hell yeah.
With that said, let's read this article here from Insider Gaming where they talk about how things are not looking good for Black Ops 7.
And it's the reason why I am now putting a gaming let's play. Just yesterday, if I had to make a guess, it says, does Treyarch or Activision remembers this 20-year-old game? You should go check it. Yes, even though I play games, I add a little bit of commentary, but I'm showing Treyarch. Do they even remember that 20-year-old game? Call of Duty 2, the Big Red One. You wanna know who developed that? Treyarch and Activision. Where are they?
It says at the bottom there, Call of Duty Black Ops 7's early access beta is here and, by all accounts, is not doing too well. When compared to this year's big opponent Battlefield 6, Activision's latest first-person shooter is struggling on two major platforms, Steam and Twitch.
Yes,
on Steam, Call of Duty has produced a 24-hour peak of just under 75,000 users. By comparison, Battlefield 6's peak at the same point during the early access beta window was around 335,000 users. On Twitch, Black Ops 7 has 185,000 viewers at the time of publishing, while at a similar time in the beta window, Battlefield 6 had 504,000.
Although, we could give Black Ops 7 one good point, or in this case, one good score, is they've been Ghost of Yote in Twitch viewers. If you don't believe me, check the Twitch viewers between Black Ops 7 and Ghost of Yote. Black Ops 7 is gonna do well to compete with Battlefield 6. Yeah, no. And I'm 100% certain there's still cheaters in Black Ops 7. No doubt about it.
Black Ops 7 is this year's Call of Duty title, and following this week's Call of Duty Next event, feelings about the title are mixed within the community. For many, it's a reskin of Black Ops 6,
that's right.
and for others, it represents a stunning title with incredible movement that's sure to be the best thing since sliced bread. And I don't know about all that. I think this article, though it is pointing out a negative when it comes to Call of Duty, it is generally being too favorable to Black Ops 7.
Don't forget, there's still Call of Duty streamers. And I overheard from a creator called The Rick saying that Faze Swagg hates Black Ops 7. I don't know if that video of his, which I'm gonna link it in the description, I don't know if he was clickbaiting or he was joking. I don't know. You can check it out if you want to, or I could put it in the pinned comment. Now, I don't know about other Call of Duty streamers, like Tim the Tabman. Yeah, he's gonna promote it to high heavens. There's no doubt about it.
It does not seem like opinions are very divided at all to me when it comes to this game. It seems like the vast majority of people do not like Black Ops 7. Don't get me wrong, these people here definitely exist. This is Call of Duty World Champion Attach, saying pretty much each year that the latest Call of Duty release is gonna be the bestest ever. The only thing better than Call of Duty, the most recent one, in some people's minds, is the next Call of Duty.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
I don't know why people keep on saying that. Seriously, why? Why do you keep saying on, I don't know, if you don't like it, don't buy it, or in this case, don't ask questions, just consume product and get excited for next product. What kind of business practice is that? Man, I miss the good old days, which is why I think starting now, Lost Soul Aside and Silent Hill F will be my last new game that I played until I'm waiting for either Phantom Blade Zero, Ananta, Annihilation. And also there's a new game, I believe it's called Sudden Attack Zero. You know what? Let's just consider it pre-order or wishlist it. Oh wait, there's a Sudden Attack 2, which, yeah, you know what? I think I'm waiting for this. Even though I should have played the first one, but I don't know if it's available on Steam.
Let's break down the numbers here so that we can get some context as to how bad things look for Call of Duty. The development budget for Black Ops 7 is reportedly around $700 million, and that is not even taking into account the marketing for this thing, which will most likely be at least another $100 million.
Wow, $700 million for what? For the budget? And then marketing's like what, 100 million? Okay, you know what? Let's just say we combine all this together. 800 million. The only way Black Ops 7 to succeed is to sell the amount of copies similar to either Battlefield 6 or Black Myth Wukong. Look, Black Myth Wukong gained like what? $1 billion revenue. I'm 100% certain that Black Ops, or in this case Battlefield 6, is gonna do, well, at least the numbers of Space Marine 2. So I had to ask all my viewers who are a fan, or in this case who want to play Battlefield 6, how many players do you think Battlefield 6 is going to gain? Will Black Ops 7 player count when it releases be enough to defeat Battlefield 6? Let me know in the comments.
Though likely more, but this means that Call of Duty needs to make back around $800 million just to break even.
See that?
And now, since the game sells for $70 a pop, and since whatever platform that it's sold on, PlayStation, Steam, a retail store, whatever, since they take a roughly 25% cut of any copy sold, then that means that Activision Blizzard gets 75%, which comes out to $52.50 per copy.
Even though they want to make 100, or in this case 800 million back, but don't forget they still have to take into account storefront such as Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, retail stores. And like Dr. Disaster said, those stores get at least 20%. Meaning they have to, well in this case Black Ops 7, have to make the numbers of Black Myth Wukong in order to break even. Okay, the only way I see this working is that they remove the cheaters. But we all know Activision and Treyarch, they wouldn't listen to any feedback.
If you divide the $800 million that they put into this thing by the average amount that they will take in per unit sold, then that means that they need to sell somewhere around 15 million copies for their break-even to even begin. That is an insane number. Though it tells you an awful lot about how well this franchise usually sells. But with that in mind, it is the height of stupidity that Activision Blizzard would tamper with the formula for something that works so well, risking pissing off customers and losing them to competition. So yeah, while I will not celebrate that Battlefield 6 will most likely make a good chunk of money and will take a lot of customers from Call of Duty this year, I will have a good laugh at Call of Duty's expense. After all, Battlefield is under the EA umbrella, and they were just bought out by a new regime run by Donald Trump's son-in-law and by the Saudi Arabians. We have hope that this is a company that will eventually right its ship and push this sort of thing out. These posts like this from developers will hopefully get eradicated.
Although I would be shocked if they didn't, because besides Donald Trump's son-in-law, okay, look, the Arabs, look, as a Muslim, one thing we never do, okay, is to advocate somebody's death, okay? Yes, we disagree with someone, such as Charlie Kirk, but we don't advocate for his death, which I hope the Saudi Arabian government remove that person. Again, I know some people have mixed feelings when it comes to the Saudi Arabian buying the stuff, or in this case, buying EA. But look at it of a gameplay perspective, okay? Which would you prefer? Would you prefer EA without the Saudi Arabian, or in this case being public, thus alienating potential customers, potential Battlefield fan? Or would you have the Saudi Arabian government making a good game and still, and I do mean, listen to the customers, aka the gamers, on every feedback?
Guarantee, mind you, but the point is that steps are being taken that will change the makeup of EA. Meanwhile, Call of Duty falls under the Xbox umbrella, and that is a company which needs multiple ass kickings from gamers in order to wake them up. And speaking of which, Call of Duty may not get the Game Pass shot in the arm that they are accustomed to getting after Xbox announced that major price increase for Game Pass.
Yeah.
It really seems like Black Ops 7 is freaking doomed in a lot of ways.
I don't know if you saw every video, because right now Xbox Game Pass has just risen, or in this case increased the price. I don't have a Game Pass, to be honest. I prefer to get things either on storefronts, retailers, or even Steam, okay? Yes, I know some people prefer Game Pass because they want to try the game early, though I have to say, with all the backlash on the Xbox Game Pass beta combined with cheating, Black Ops 7 is not gonna do well. Yes, there will be some players, but to compete with Battlefield 6, which I'm 100% certain, Battlefield 6 will get like what, 100k players? I don't know if the open beta for Battlefield 6, the 500k, will remain there. Based on what I'm seeing here, 2 months ago, it was about 521,000 all-time peak, okay? Even though they have no more players right now, the beta is done. I don't know if those numbers, the all-time peak, is going to stick with it. What do you think? How many players do you think Battlefield 6 will gain, and how many players will Black Ops 7 gain? Will Battlefield 6 players be higher than Black Ops 7? Tell me in the comments.